Hey Haley, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Are you ready for your interview?
I am.
All right, let's do it. So, what's your year and major?
I am a sophomore this year, and I'm currently double majoring in general biology and Southeast Asian studies.
Awesome. So, what are you planning on doing in the future?
So, lots of different things. Right now, I'm looking at public health, so either transferring to the School of Public Health next year or getting a master's in public health after undergrad. And then tentatively, I'd like to be either pre-med or pre-law, so go to law school or med school after public health.
Nice. So we hear you're on FASA board. What's your favorite and least favorite thing about that?
So I am a social chair, or was a social chair of this year on FASA board with Kyla, and one of my favorite things was getting to plan new events and kind of thinking of different ways to involve everyone in the org and like come together in a fun way. That was interesting and challenging, one of my favorite things. My least favorite thing, or not really least favorite, maybe like the thing that challenged me the most was kind of forcing myself to like reach out to new people, which is something that like hasn't always been my biggest strength, of like reaching out to people and pulling them in, and that's been one of like the biggest duties of being social chair, is like trying to talk to people and involve them, and it's been a very challenging but also really rewarding experience.
That's cool. So, what's your favorite place on campus?
My favorite place on campus is there's this like really tiny hallway in Krause in between like the two entrances to the auditoriums, and it's really stupid, but it's like tiny and curved and like really warm, and then you also like look out onto the diag, and it's just really cool to kind of like sit there and people watch, and there's like a tiny little wooden door, and it's just like homey and cozy. But practically my favorite place is probably the Starbucks on East Liberty and State Street. I really like the staff and the environment, and over spring term I spent like literally all of my time there doing homework and stuff, but sometimes you can get a little crowded.
What's the best advice you've ever gotten?
So the best advice I've ever received wasn't actually given to me. I listen to some podcasts, lots of podcasts regularly, and I listened to one by Hank and John Green, the Vlog Brothers. And one of the things that they've stressed lately has been learning to like look at people as like whole individuals instead of like looking at them as just their words. So like trying to understand their experiences and their backgrounds and where they're coming from, like when you interact with people. So if someone says something that you don't necessarily agree with, you kind of have to think about like why they're saying this, what it means in the context of their life. And it doesn't necessarily mean justifying it, just rather like understanding where they're coming from.
That's awesome. So, what made you want to join FASA?
So, big question. When I was a freshman at the university, I was taking Filipino kind of like randomly, and I made like a lot of good friends in class, like Kyla and Christian. And then Phil, the then treasurer, was like, "Hey, come check out FASA table at festival," and I was like, "Oh, I'm kind of nervous. I don't know." So I like signed up, put my email down, and like started going to things. I think the first event that I went to was like fall adobo night, and I just kind of like met a lot of really cool people, and it was like a really good experience. And then yeah, things just kind of like snowballed from there.
Nice. So, what's your favorite FASA memory so far?
My favorite FASA memory, there are lots, but one of the ones that sticks out has always been the Battle of the Bamboo last year. It was the first battle that I had gone to, and I had like just made all these new friends, and we were like traveling to Chicago together, and it was this like huge experience. It was high energy the whole weekend. It was really fun to be a part of, and then we ended up placing, which was like totally crazy, and it was just really fun, and it'll always be one of my favorite things.
Speaking of Battle of the Bamboo, care to comment on the Xander Bilardo incident at this year's battle?
So, Xander Bilardo is the alter ego of my love Jake Bilardo, and we got to meet him this past Battle of the Bamboo during stage time. It was like really stressful, and you have a limited amount of time to like have your stage time, which is where you're supposed to like practice and set formations and stuff. And so Jake walks in and then like tucks in his shirt, turns his hat backwards, and then like takes charge. And it's not a very Jake thing to do if you guys know Jake. So it was like really weird, and I was kind of taken aback, and like the whole like 15 minutes he was just like shouting and ordering people around, and I was just kind of like giggling and like, what is going on? It was really crazy, and I still don't really know like why or how it happened. It still doesn't make any sense to me, but yeah, that happened.
So, how did you and Jake meet?
So Jake and I met through FASA. I believe the first time we technically met was at festival because he was apparently working the table, but I don't really remember that. The first time that I remember meeting him was at Halloween, and he was in a dress. After that, we kind of just saw each other at like all the different FASA events. We were in the same fam, spec fam, and yeah, we just kind of like clicked, and it was good.
Wow, FASA love. What's the most spontaneous thing that you've ever done?
So, I am not at all a spontaneous person. I'm like very much a planner, so I don't really do spontaneous things. I would say recently, this is like so lame. Any answer I give is gonna be really lame, but Jake and I were in Ohio visiting with his family, and he lives like near Cleveland, maybe like 20 minutes away from Cleveland, and we were like, let's go to the art museum, and then we went, and yeah.
Nice. Do you have a job?
Yeah, I actually work in a building in that direction that you can't see right now, in the BSRB, in the Pletcher lab. I'm a lab tech, so I kind of work on stock maintenance and stuff, and then I do research on flies. And the project we're working on right now examines like the effect that various neurons have on longevity and lifespan of flies. So real good stuff, guys.
Interesting. What's one thing that you've always wanted to do?
I would say like recently, one thing that I've kind of had like an urge to do, like one big thing is I really want to like travel throughout all of Southeast Asia, so like mainland, and then kind of go island hopping throughout the Philippines and stuff. I think it'd be really cool to see, and I've been learning a lot about it in school lately, and I think I just want to go like check out the temples and stuff and check out the beautiful beaches. But really, there hasn't been one big thing throughout my life that I've like carried with me, so it'll probably change.
Do you have any hidden talents?
No. Not a very like talented person. That sounds so horrible, but I don't have like quirky talents. I'd say I'm really good at this one arcade game, the one where you have to like stop the light on a certain spot to like get the bonus. I'm like really, really good. I get the bonus like every time. That's not true, but like more than the average person.
That's amazing. So, what is your favorite place that you've ever traveled to?
My favorite place that I've ever traveled to, I have two in mind. So one would be California. I went to like the LA, San Diego area, and one of the places we went to was La Jolla Cove in San Diego, and it's just like breathtakingly beautiful. It smells really bad because of the seals, or are they sea lions? I honestly couldn't tell you, but it's like absolutely gorgeous. Another would be Tushushu in Haiti, which is like this really beautiful, it used to be like a French touristy beach, and then it kind of just collapsed when tourism collapsed in Haiti, and it's like white sand beaches and like crystal clear water, and it was absolutely gorgeous and really warm.
So, what animal do you relate to the most?
So I always go with sea turtle because I really like sea turtles, but honestly there's absolutely no rationale behind that. If I had to like practically pick an animal, it'd probably be a cat. Like, I'm not like a cat person, like Kyla's kind of a cat person. Like, I don't even own a cat, my mom's allergic to cats, but I feel like I kind of relate to how they spend their time.
Which Disney character would you be and why?
Sleeping Beauty, because I like to sleep.
Nice.
That's it.
If there was a movie about your life, what would it be called?
Oh God. Yeah, I'm not creative. Kyla, do you have any ideas?
What about Life and Times of Hallie Rockhart's?
Yes, that would be perfect. Hallie Rockhart's in my alter ego, penned by my Kamote Lloyd.
Who would you have play you in this said movie?
If I could have anyone, I'd honestly probably pick Natalie Portman, just because she's really awesome and just like a great human being in general. Or maybe Emma Watson. When I was younger, I always got compared to like Emma Watson and like Hermione from the Harry Potter movies. We had like wavy, like frizzy hair, and also she's just also a really good person.
What music are you listening to right now?
Mostly a lot of podcasts about like healthcare and stuff. That's me, like really, like I listen to it every night, and like when I'm walking around I always like go to podcasts. I really like right now the New York Times Daily, Pod Save America, and Vox's The Weeds, and then also my Dear Hank and John podcast. Yeah, that's really it lately.
Nice, nice. What's your all-time favorite band?
My all-time favorite band would be Modern Baseball. They're like, I wouldn't even know how to describe their music. It's pretty alternative, but they're really cool. I also really like 21 Pilots for a lot of reasons, but I haven't listened to them as much lately.
If you could have dinner with anyone, living or dead, who would it be?
Barack Obama and his +1. As long as it's Michelle Obama or Joe Biden. I'll take either one. I kind of cheated, but Barack Obama would totally get a +1, right?
Fair. What would you say, like, what ice cream flavor would you, or what is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
So I have 3 go-to flavors of ice cream. My classic, not too risky, would be vanilla bean, which is not to be confused with French vanilla or plain vanilla. It's vanilla bean. It's got like the little black spots in it. Number 2 is birthday cake, my favorite kind being by like Meyer brand. I think it's like called Purple Cow or something. And then my 3rd flavor would vary between seasons. So I like peppermint like in the colder months, and then like Superman, Scooperman ice cream in like the summertime.
Who would you say is your greatest inspiration?
That's a big question. I'd say lately I've been listening to a lot of like podcasts and political stuff, and the voices that always stick out to me are Hank and John Green. Again, like I said with the advice question, they just have a lot of like really good things to say, and I find myself kind of being like touched by the things they say and personally changed. So they would definitely be both of them, the Green brothers.
So the big FASA 30 for 30 debate question, are hot dogs sandwiches?
Okay. I feel like this question honestly is kind of irrelevant. Like, it doesn't make sense to debate over a sociocultural term. Like, it's a hot dog, and we call it a hot dog, and we eat it like a hot dog. Like, why are we even trying to examine if a hot dog is a sandwich? Like, I guess if you had to get into the technicalities of it, like, you can't deny that, like, a hot dog is a sandwich, but, like, are we really gonna, like, change the way we talk about hot dogs? Like, no one's gonna, like, order, oh, can I get, like, the sandwich with the tubular meat? Like, I don't know why we're having this conversation. People just like to argue, but it's really irrelevant.
That is fair. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
So if I could have any superpower, it probably wouldn't really be one that like superheroes classically have, but I would like to be able to get like 8 hours of sleep in 4 hours. It would be really convenient, and I could honestly use that right now.
Could definitely get behind that. But what's your favorite meme?
Ooh, okay, so my favorite meme right now is the white guy blinking meme. It applies to literally everything, and it's always funny. Before the white guy blinking meme came on the scene, it was probably like that like dead looking fox who like sits on the side of the bed like this. Because honestly, I just kind of relate to that most mornings.
Agreed. If you won the lottery, what would be the first thing you spent your money on?
Clothes and shoes. I'm always shopping for clothes and shoes, like literally all the time.
We hear you have a pet fish. What's it like to take care of him?
So, I have a pet fish. His name is Anzu. He's a betta fish. He's named after a mythological dragon because he's a dragon scale beta. And to be honest, he's the most high maintenance fish you'll ever meet. Like, he has like a box like this big of like his own like fish care things, which I never thought, like, how did this happen? I don't know. Like, it's kind of ridiculous, but he's very high maintenance and he's always getting sick, like literally all the time, so I don't really know how to take care of him. But he is loved, I guess.
Okay, so looking forward, where do you see yourself when you're 30?
So hopefully when I'm 30, I will be done with school, maybe. I'd like to be working maybe with healthcare or working as a practicing physician. Yeah, that's all I see right now.
Nice. And looking not as far into the future, where will you be on March 25th?
On March 25th, I will be here in Palmer Commons, but not here. I'll be downstairs in the Great Lakes room, celebrating FASA's 30th anniversary.
Wow!
Yay!
All right, thanks so much for meeting with us, Haley.
Yeah, thank you guys. Have a great day.
All right, we'll see you later. Bye!